Hello, and welcome to Season 1, Race 4 of my Acura Team Penske F1 2021 My Team Career Mode. We are here at the Spanish Grand Prix. We have qualified P9, though we have a grid penalty coming, thanks to the fact that I decided to take a new piece of the power unit, given the failure we suffered in the previous race at Portugal. So it says P9, so we will be back in P19 come the start of the race. On level with Esteban Ocon. We did have that one part failure in the upgrade that was supposed to come in for this race that we got at the, I believe at the end of the last video, so we should be good on that. I think it'll come in by Monaco, if I had to guess.
So, unfortunately, we've picked up some grid penalties, and we'll be starting further back than you expect. As for how bad it is, that'll depend on what the other drivers get.
Weather, nothing to really worry about, so we're good on that front. See the R&D, what is to come. See there, Mercedes and Red Bull are almost level, while McLaren appears to have jumped Ferrari, while Alfa Romeo is taking a big leap coming into this race, so maybe they'll be a little more competitive in this one, we'll see. And not much really else to say other than the part that failed was the energy store in Portugal, and I took another one here. And yeah, so that's what we're looking at right now. And get ready for the Spanish Grand Prix.
The Spanish Grand Prix has been a permanent fixture on the Formula One calendar for over 30 years now, and for good reason. Do you remember Michael Schumacher's absolute dominance here in that rain-soaked Grand Prix in 1996? That day he took his first ever victory for Ferrari, and we've had many more iconic moments since. It's a sellout crowd of 140,000 here today as we await lights out for the 730-metre sprint down to turn 1 of this 2.9-mile racetrack. Overtaking is challenging through these 16 corners, but there's still a lot of high-speed excitement to be found, including the flat-out turn 3 and the terrifying blind right of turn 9. Anthony Davidson also joins me in the commentary box today. So, let's start with Lance Stroll. Looks like they've got a tough race in store today as grid penalties from changing power unit components has forced them further down the field.
But on the bright side, at least those fresh components can help them maintain the power they need to come through the pack. I expect to see them take a more aggressive approach today to make up for the compromised start.
It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. Valtteri Bottas lines up on pole position, and Max Verstappen lines up alongside. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Hamilton, Leclerc, Sergio Perez, and Norris, Sainz, Ricciardo, Vettel, and Fernando Alonso, Ocon, Tsunoda, George Russell, and Raikkonen, Giovinazzi, Lundgaard, the Golden Boy. They'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. And Nicholas Latifi, Gasly, Mick Schumacher, Mazepin, and Lance Stroll brings the grid to a close.
So, Not as bad as I would have thought, because Pierre Gasly and Lance Stroll also got grid penalties. So certainly helps our cause a little bit. And I guess, looking at the strategy, I guess the downside of where we qualified is that since we qualified inside the top 10, even though we got a grid penalty, we do not have a free choice of tire. So we cannot go start on the medium tire like a lot of people outside the top 10 are going to. We don't have that ability, unfortunately. So we're kind of in a sticky situation in terms of that, but we'll use our soft tires to the best of our ability to maneuver our way through the field. And just to check the race director, we have the first 8 on the softs. Of course, there were, I guess, let's see, just to confirm. So, myself, I think Pierre Gasly qualified 10th. So that makes sense why me and him have softs, and the first medium tire runner starting 9th in Sebastian Vettel. So, and we also got Kimi Räikkönen on the soft tires as well. So the field is evenly split, half and half, half on soft, half on medium. So it should create an interesting race from a strategy perspective.
Clutch bite is good, gearbox is responding normally. Make sure to warm up the tyres and brakes. Warm the tyres and brakes throughout the lap. The drivers we're fighting here are Räikkönen and Gasly. Conditions look stable at the moment. No rain currently expected. Dries seem like the fastest tyre at the moment. Radar is clear. Weather is looking good for now.
Of course, it should be interesting to see what happens up front. Bottas on pole, Verstappen second, Hamilton third. Perez, who was the points leader, is stuck in fifth as Leclerc got his Ferrari up there in P4. A quick line up to the grid and start since we are P17. Here we go. So where will we end up in the race? Here at Spain, 5 red lights. And we're underway. Oh, my teammate got a great start, Christian Lundgaard. But nowhere to go. Bit of contact. I actually want to see what happened there because we took a bit of a interesting line. Basically passed. Excuse me, I had a sip of water there. took an interesting line, didn't get a penalty. We did get a warning for some contact with Giovinazzi, though he did get into the back of the Alpine a little bit. Yeah, I might want to rewind because that did damage our front wing slightly. There we go. It's a bit better. From the outside now of Yuki Tsunoda. George Russell's in front of us. Let me get 3 wide. I think we made it work. Wow. I have no idea how we made that one work. But we did. Say that again. That was... I thought Russell was going to close the door in on me. And for some reason he gave me the space to take it 3 wide. We did shoot them out a little bit. But that late lunge was crazy. I did not anticipate having the room to pull that off. So now we have gone from P17 to P11. And we're not even finished with lap 1. Comes Esteban Ocon. Probably could have handled it a little better. Me actually using the ERS will help me out in that regard, and it does. Ocon does not get within range of sticking his nose in there.
DRS will be enabled this lap. You can use it when within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone.
We are within 1 second of Fernando Alonso, which is exactly where we want to be.
increasing the gap on the car behind by 0.5 per lap.
I think we actually broke the DRS barrier between ourselves and Esteban Ocon, so... which is good for us, being pulled along by Vettel and Alonso here.
We think you're going to start losing some tyre grip around now. We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the mediums. You have 11th place. Alonso ahead.
Did not have enough turn in on that hairpin.
Currently P11, we're currently P11. Alonso is ahead of you. The gap is less than a second. They're on fresh mediums. Ocon is behind you. The gap to the car behind is 2.1 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. The gap to the leader is 10.0 seconds. Your pit window opens in 2 laps time. 29 laps to go.
That little kink there is always a little tricky. Did it again. That's better. We got a couple cars in already. Hamilton and Leclerc have both pitted. Curious to see, where do Hamilton and Leclerc come out? Hamilton and Leclerc both on mediums. That was no surprise. Oh, they're going to be stuck behind a huge pack of cars. Hamilton's going to be stuck behind Lance Stroll. Who himself is behind a pack of a lot of medium running cars, aside from Pierre Gasly, who's on softs. Stroll, Giovinazzi, Raikkonen will probably have to stop George Russell, Yuki Tsunoda, and then, we're a little ways further off the road. More cars coming in.
Okay, you're in the top 10.
So the only cars who haven't stopped yet of the leaders are Perez and Norris. Let's see where Bottas came out. He's coming out right in front of Verstappen. And Bottas is going to come out behind the AlphaTauri of Yuki Tsunoda. Gonna do a mid-session save right here. Perez and Norris pit. Now let's see where Perez comes out. So there he is. There's Bottas passing Yuki Tsunoda for position. Verstappen's right behind him, and Perez, with that going a little long of the tire, and with Hamilton stuck in traffic, he's going to jump Hamilton and Leclerc. So that strategy worked out for Perez. He went from a net P5 to a net P3. So Checo's expert tire saving abilities coming into favor for him there, as you would expect.
Sorry, we can't provide you with that information right now. Copy that. Hards for next box.
Now I'm going to save it right here. I want to try and stretch it one more lap on these softs, but I'm not sure if the right front's going to make it. Have to wait and see.
Those tyres are going to fall off the cliff soon. Take extreme care.
Just following Vettel and Alonso right here.
Check your MFD for a new strategy option. Confirmed. Copy that. Hards for next box. Pitting this lap then. Come into the pits at the end of this lap. Right, come in at the end of this lap. Copy that. Hards for next box.
Alright, so I'm going to try a cheeky strategy here, going with a one stop from soft to hards. And we'll see if this works out. Oh, what the heck happened there? Something weird happened with the pit entry. We'll see how long these hards can take us to the end. I think they can, but we'll have to wait and see.
Go now. Only one stop to go. One stop left in this strategy.
Oop. It's turning in too much. Just wait and see on these tires. I'll do my best to keep the right front off the curbs. Guess that's the best thing I could do to prevent any like super. The right front is where the tire wear is really, or the left front I should say. That's where the real tire wear is happening.
Brilliant. Nice move. Okay, clear.
Oh, we got some sort of issue happening. Uh-oh. And as I do that, or as that happens, I completely screw up on my end. Oh, it's one of the Haas's, and it's old Nikita Mazepin, ruining things for Pierre Gasly.
Some information on Mazepin. They're retiring from the race. You're increasing the gap to the car behind by a few seconds per lap. Keep this up. They're in fifth. The difference is 18.0 seconds. The time last lap was a 1:23.8. P17 now, we have P17. Christian ahead. Our gap to the car in front is 2.0 seconds. They're on old mediums. Latifi behind. Our gap behind is 6.1 seconds. They're on old mediums. 13 laps until your pit window is open. 21 laps to go.
Alright, so just gonna check the current running order. So Bottas working his way through that traffic. Vettel and Alonso are in the catbird seat. Maybe not for podium, but for strong finishes. Hamilton very much stuck in that traffic right now. So his race is being completely ruined by all those medium tire runners that he's stuck behind. So Hamilton continues to have just a horrible start to the season by his standards. Teammate wholeheartedly outperforming him. Lundgaard dives into the pits for his first stop, and I presume a bunch of others come into the pits as well.
Christian in the pits.
Alonso's in. I think I saw one of the Aston Martins was in.
P12, we have P12, Alonso ahead. Okay, gap ahead is 2.6 seconds. They're on fresh hards. Tsunoda is behind you. Okay, the gap behind is 6.8 seconds. They're on fresh hards. The distance to the leader is 24.4 seconds. You have 11 laps till your pit window opens. 19 laps to go.
Max Verstappen sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. He is in P2 at the moment.
Gap to car in front is 2.2 seconds. We're leading our teammate by 23.1 seconds. We need to catch up with the car ahead. The gap is around 5 seconds.
All right, Leclerc and Hamilton have pitted for hard tires.
gap to the car ahead is 10.9 seconds.
Norris pits. Hamilton, or not Hamilton, Bottas, Verstappen, and Perez
to the car behind, 1 second.
still haven't come in for their stops yet. Interested to see where they come out.
P6, we have P6. Alonso is ahead of you. Our gap to the car in front is 4.3 seconds. They're on old hards. Hamilton behind. The gap behind us is 2.0 seconds. They're on fresh hards. Okay, gap to leader, 17.5 seconds. You have 4 laps till your pit window opens. 12 laps to go.
Bottas and Verstappen both set the fastest lap, right one after the other. Comes Hamilton, squeeze him low. Oh, that didn't work out for us there. Little too much on the curb. But it had been a solid defense up to that point. And I hit the curb again. Gotta be more careful. That's better. Bottas and Verstappen again. Fastest laps of the race.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the softs. We're sat in 6th. Alonso ahead. Okay, gap ahead is 5.4 seconds. They're on old hards. Hamilton is behind you. Less than a second separate you. They're on fresh hards. Our gap to first place is 22.9 seconds. Your pit window opens in 2 laps' time. There are 10 laps to go.
Lando Norris has quickly joined this battle with me holding up Hamilton to such a degree. So try the outside, but that's the goal. Give him the long way around. Force him wide. And Lando is coming on much fresher medium tires. A little too close. park in the apex, Hamilton, really. Oh, come on, Hamilton. Hamilton, you're really parking the apex there. You're absolutely parking on the apex, Lewis. Come on. Well, that's what we're talking about. Nothing to complain about there for Lewis. That was pretty clean. Didn't touch him. Squeeze. That's what I was looking to do the whole time. Squeeze him low. Force him to take a low entry into the first corner, which will leave the outside open for me. And then I squeeze him out at turn 2, pushing him wide a little bit. No harm, no foul in
Gap
that.
to car in front is 6.1 seconds. P6, we have P6. Alonso is ahead of you. The gap to the car ahead is 6.1 seconds. They're on old hards. Hamilton behind. The gap is less than a second. They're on fresh hards. The gap to the leader is 26.4 seconds. Your pit window opens next lap. 9 laps to go. No need to worry about tyre condition for now. Everything's looking good. We're going to box this lap. Push hard on the in-lap.
Oh. I didn't realize that Verstappen and Bottas and Perez have pitted already. I've been waiting for them this whole time to pit, and they pitted a long time ago. Huh. Well, okay then. We'll keep her going, I guess. Norris gets by S for P6. As I continue to make things difficult for Lewis Hamilton. Did Lewis hit me? He wiggled. I'm not sure if he hit me. No, just got out of shape. Just got a little out of shape.
Our gap to the car in front is 2.0 seconds.
Again, I'm pretty sure we did not make any contact there with Hamilton. Check on board. Nope, no contact was made. We just cut him off at the exact right point. Hold that spot.
Okay, focus. We need to stay on form.
Ooh, coming back at Hamilton, side by side. Go around the outside, maybe. No, he's got it. Let's take a look at that battle, though. Side by side with the 7-time world champion. Tuck in behind him, went for the outside move. He gave us the outside. Didn't quite work out, but that's alright. We're still sitting in P8. I'm sure Hamilton is none too happy that we held him up for a number of laps there. But hey, it's for position. If I've got the tire wear, I'm going to fight him for it, so exactly what I did. Speaking of tire wear, about 50% on the left front tire.
Okay, gap ahead is 1.5 seconds.
With about 5 laps to go. Just gotta keep it off the curb. And we should be okay. Good on fuel, so nothing to worry about there.
There's 5 laps of fuel remaining.
So the only thing we really need to worry about at this stage is tire wear. Make sure that left front gets to the end. Meanwhile, let's just take a quick look up front, see what's going on. So, Sonoda and, well, actually behind us, Sonoda and Ocon are 9th and 10th. I'm 8th, Hamilton 7th, Norris is 6th, Alonso's 5th, Vettel's 4th, Perez is 3rd, and it's a battle between Verstappen and Bottas for the race win at the moment. Bottas currently holds the advantage.
There's 3 laps of fuel remaining. Green flag.
Uh-oh. Somebody's had a problem. Carlos Sainz, the Ferrari, out of the race with only a few laps to go.
Gap to teammate behind is 37.1 seconds. Caution, caution, gap to car in front is 9.7 seconds. This is your final lap of the race.
Final lap of the race. Actually, forgot to check the lead. And it looks like Bottas is going to hold off Verstappen to win the race. So it'll be Mercedes finally getting on the board for their first win of the season. So it's not from Lewis Hamilton, it's from Valtteri Bottas. as Max Verstappen steals the fastest lap point. So, and with Sergio Perez finishing in third, 19 points for Verstappen, 15 for Perez. Verstappen will close the lead by 4 points, or 4 points, because they came in 58-50, and now that gap will be reduced to 4 points. And meanwhile, we turned what was a negative with starting in the back on soft tires into a positive by stretching them out and doing a soft to hard one-stop and finishing in the points from 17th P8. That's pretty good.
That's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Ferme.
Driver of the day. Pretty deserved, I would say.
So, another fantastic victory for the Silver Arrows. Anthony Davidson, how do you think they were able to set themselves apart today?
I'd say it was down once again to good, consistent driving, nailing the corners, working to the track conditions and perfecting the team's strategies. They got all of these things right today and the results speak for themselves.
Mercedes are on top form once again after an excellent race weekend. It's great to see them up on that podium once again. So then, it's time to see how this result affects the Drivers' Championship. It wasn't the best weekend for our championship leader, and their advantage at the top has been reduced. So, Anthony Davidson, who would you rank as your driver of the day?
I have to give it to the Golden Boy. There was a lot going on all down the field, but they were the only one who I really felt maximised their potential.
It's time to check out the Constructors' standings. Red Bull pull further ahead in the standings. Meanwhile, Alpine move up the table with another strong performance this weekend. I'm equal parts exhausted and elated with this weekend of Formula One. Be sure to join us for the next one.
Alright, and that was the Spanish Grand Prix. And take a look at the constructor standings, and they mentioned Alpine moving up. Well, they jumped us. We're now 2 points behind Alpine. And in terms of the driver standings, Sebastian Vettel, with that 4th place result, jumps Charles Leclerc in the standings to move up to P6. And Fernando Alonso gains a ton of spots with his 5th place finish. So, and we also had Yuki Tsunoda earning his first point of the season as well. So that means the only people who have not scored are the Haas's, the Williams, Giovinazzi, and Stroll. And there you see a very interesting point battle up at top. Perez 4 ahead of Verstappen, and Bottas only back by 9, so it's closing in. But, has to be said again, Lewis Hamilton is not up there. He's 39 points out of first, and again, there's a lot of races left of the season, so there's time for him to get up there, but Yeah, very interesting. He just hasn't had the performance in the early part of the season to be up there, and part of that is due to us, sure, but yeah, you would think he would be doing a little bit better than he is.
Amazing performance out there. I'm sure you're pretty happy with that. How do you feel these grid penalties are affecting the sport? Your team must be ecstatic with how you're performing. Well, here's hoping they're working hard to find some improvements.
So we turn what ended up being could have been a bad day in the rivalry with Esteban Ocon to a good one. We both score points, but I finish one spot ahead of him. Didn't answer all the interview questions, but we answered enough to get the bonus. $2.44 million. And that's not too shabby. We have a marketing department event, which we'll take care of shortly. What facilities could, all of them could use a boost. Lungard's focus is good, but we'll help him out a little bit more. G-Force training. Funded team events, I think this is good. It'll boost the morale of all the departments. And then, I was going to do sponsor advertisement. I thought that was a 3-day, or 2-day event, but it's a 3-day event. It's the only one that works, because they already did the Aero team building, is driver promotion filming. So we'll do that.
It looks like our driver has an issue. We need you to step in here.
Alright. Our marketing department has come up with a plan to use Lungard to help launch our new range of team merchandise. This will net us some good income, but will leave the driver less time to prepare for the next race. So we can either get some more cash, but the second driver loses pace, or he can gain pace and we get a little less money, but we still gain money. Well, I think the answer to this one is pretty easy. I mean, we're not super cash strapped. We have some cash, but not a lot. But launching without seems pretty simple.
Thanks. I know these kinds of decisions can be challenging, but I think you made the right call.
Alright. We have 1,507 R&D points. We have... Can we get anything on the chassis side? Or is that all locked? Yeah, that is all locked. Do we have enough money to spend on a facility? I guess we'll spend some on the chassis to at least upgrade that on the quality control. So I'll be in by the 15th of May, which actually should be before the next race. So we'll advance
Okay, we've had the new parts come through the fabrication process. We'll have them with us for the next Grand Prix.
Alright. Now that the department has gotten a bit of an upgrade, let's see if we can do anything on the chassis side of things. Yes, we can. And let me just check the... Okay, so it looks like we've jumped Alpine in the running order, which is good. AlphaTauri is up there, surprisingly. But we will go to the chassis. Got those engine components. Supplier upgrade. We actually had the best engine, surprisingly, already. I think we will go with this roll dampers upgrade. And we'll also do another durability upgrade on the turbo, but the capacity's been reached, so we can't do that. We'll just do an upgrade just to keep it going. Save upgrades on all 4 departments in progress, which is good. Alright, got an upgrade from Honda, which is very, very nice. We got a press interview with Will Buxton that we will finish off with, and then end this particular video.
Thanks so much for the invitation to your HQ. Let's have a little chat about the team's performance this season. Upgrades to your facilities seem to have stalled. Is there no more room for improvement, or are you prioritizing other areas? Your second driver seems to be getting much more comfortable with their car. Have you been focusing on their development? Well, thanks a lot for inviting us here. It's been fantastic.
Oh, very short interview, only 2 questions. And I'll just end off just checking some of the results for the season. So I was wondering about Lewis Hamilton. So he had that 14th. And then he's had 3rd, 4th, and 7th. The problem is that his other competitors, or his primary challengers, Verstappen, Bottas, and even Perez, are ahead of him. And there's a reason why Perez is still the points leader, because he's the only driver who's finished on the podium in all 4 races that we've had so far. So that just speaks to Hamilton's, I guess, early struggles in this season. So yeah, not the best time for him this early in the career mode. And that's it for the Spanish Grand Prix. The next race will be the Monaco Grand Prix.